Headed on to week 17 to play a very low-rated Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. Or maybe not low-rated, but bad record, if you will, at 5-10. And the Niners continue to win. We do have to face them in week 18. It could be for the division. I don't know what the tie-breaking situation is. Maybe we win this game, they lose their game, and, we're cooking. I don't know, but Cardinals 10-5, Rams 5-10. Obviously, speaking of 5-10, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that drafted a quarterback that maybe we should have at that time, but obviously right now, hey, Bobby Wagner, at this point, we're pretty happy with what has happened. Greer has looked pretty good. Not really doing him too many favors on the chance at Offensive Rookie of the Year, especially with, not even being in first place for that to start with, trying to catch up, and didn't really have the greatest game last week. Missed some throws, had that interception, couple of fumbles on offense in general, took away some potential points, maybe a couple of touchdowns for the, Greer throwing perhaps, but it's what the offense looks like. Obviously insane talent across the board, and then defensively, a lot of talent there as well. Oliver, he's kind of shown up a little bit more these last couple of weeks, but once again, I just keep crapping on Davenport because my man just hasn't been good. And the Buccaneers injuries, they have Leonard Fournette there, IR, yes, and it makes sense as their season is over, so what's even the point? 2 weeks, huge overall on him, 89 overall, 94 trucking, decently fast. Definitely a running back you don't want to play against, so, I'm not missing him out there, I guess would be the way I'd put it. I don't know if I would say I'm happy he's hurt. That seems kind of cancelable. But, of course, Sinclair, very slow but very accurate. 92 throw power, 92 short, 86 medium, 86 deep. Throw on the run, throw under pressure, and stuff like that. It starts to drop off quite a bit when it comes down to these kind of things. Running back, Rashad White finally getting his chance to be the guy. 90 juke move is really good. Speed's looking pretty solid as well. Wide receivers, some of the best, tandem in the league. Mike Evans definitely regressing hard. Godwin's going up. Both of them are X factors. Javon Cooper looks pretty interesting as he's, kind of like a 6'1", 90-some speed, kind of like, I like those types of receivers. The decently fast, decent route running, 6'1", 6'2" guys. Not super flashy, just gets the job done on those slants and whatnot. Of course, tight end's still been a problem here. They still have not, gotten themselves a really good tight end since Gronk. Left tackle, left guard, iffy. Center's really good, right guard's really good. And right tackle is not Tristan Wirfs. It is Josh Jones. Money's a problem, and they lose their franchise tackle. Left end's not great. Right end's decent, at least at block shedding. DT's obviously amazing as ever. Left out is still really good. Surprised to see that. Shaquille Barrett's up there in age. Devin White and Levante David is still here. Devin White being an X factor is scary. Joe Tryon looks pretty good with 89 finesse. The corners look great. Free safety might be one of the best in the league. And then Burgess, not a bad strong safety, just not good in coverage. At least zone coverage, man coverage. If he locks up, he kind of can lock up. They don't turn the ball over, but they also don't seem to do too well on offense. Maybe this is, one of those cases where, yeah, sure, you don't turn the ball over, but you're probably punting often. And let's throw the ball against this team just because Vita Vea is going to be a problem. But yeah, this is a team that I feel like it's going to come down to our defense scoring points, potentially, to win this game, or obviously just not allowing them to score points, because, I don't know, dude. Offense seems like it's going to be really tough in this one. As far as Tariq Woolen goes, 88 man, 83 zone. That's still relatively close, so let's go to another slot upgrade. Puts him at 88 overall. And, yeah, I think next upgrade, since he's now officially at 90-plus man, we are going to go with zone. Look at how good he is. It's so busted. And then Playmaker was actually really good. I was thinking you were going to get some juke move stuff, but 2 to medium, 2 to catching, 2 to catch in traffic is really solid. And he's, a pretty underrated receiver. And once again, he's still kind of young. Still could be used. And it may not be a snow game, but it is a primetime game here. I can kind of see why they would see this as like a, potentially good matchup as the season began. Obviously, our track record, recently has been decent, but, maybe you would have thought it would have been the other record, the opposite record, where they would be the better team than us, but not even close, as their season is over and probably has been over for several weeks now. really just playing for pride right now, and maybe their chance to get a little bit of happiness out of us not winning the division because of them. You know, it's something to take something away from someone if you can't give it to yourself, I guess. In this case, at least, maybe not in the real world. You know, it's taking a kid's lunch money or ice cream probably doesn't. I mean, unless you're a psychopath, doesn't really do much for you. But rush defense, look at that. I mean, they're just insane. I mean, you can't run the ball on them. The sack totals are up there. That run defense looks scary. And then you look at our numbers. We have a lot of sacks. Interceptions are great, but as always, they got to keep bringing up that completion percentage because we do give up a lot of catches. Thankfully for us, though, giving up a lot of catches and playing badly are not the exact same thing. As we definitely limit points, probably better than anyone when you consider the kind of drives we've given up. You know, we take the ball away, we force a sack at the right time, and just knock someone out of field goal range. Of course, Sinclair looking pretty good, 28-8 for a touchdown to pick ratio. Yards, looks like he's on par for just over 4,000. I mean, it's not a bad season. Maybe they're not taking enough chances, but I don't know what it is about this team. I don't know why they're not better than this. Team looks really good. I don't know if they just had a bunch of injuries and they're just getting healthy, perhaps. You know, it's all about relevancy. And there goes Davenport, but there also goes a wide-open Cooper who you're just kind of talking up. And Ryan Jensen, after the first play, is injured for Tampa. Yeah, that's a bit of an injury to be taken here on the very first play. I mean, that's a really good center. Although, with him out, they get a huge lane up the middle for a gain of 17. Now 32 yards on the first two plays. They are moving. Red with a nice play. Huge hits. As Davenport was kind of just caught watching the play there. He was in there, but he just didn't, help him. You know, he had Red he was like, I will take care of this. Of course, their best lineman now, their right guard, which is ironic because that's what we were just talking about, is Red and Mike Evans gaining about 17 yards. They are just first down machines here. We've only got one safety. Man coverage across and almost picked by Barnes. I mean, covering two routes there, but good throw, good catch. Troutman actually having a pretty good year, although as a tight end, only having 2 touchdowns. I'm not saying it makes you a bad tight end, but does it make you a good one? I don't know. I can't personally say it does. Adams, that is about as free as possible. Picked up by Marshall. And is stuck at the 32-yard line. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought I had a stumble recover, and instead I did the stanky leg pretty much. That's unfortunate, but a huge free hit for Jamal Adams will stop them from scoring on this drive, like we just talked about with our bend, don't break defense. On the other side, for us now, Greer, 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 3,240 yards, considering he didn't start the season. You know, he's pretty close to Sinclair. I mean, kind of, the yards are very close. The touchdowns are a little bit behind, but the yards kind of matters a lot. Fumbles have been very relevant in the last couple of matchups, more for us than anyone, though. And Patterson out the gate, finding a soft spot on the defense for 23. Double drag with Metcalf just going up the field here. Oh, in some trouble, and that's going to lose us some yards. We lose a yard, but it's a good completion, I guess. Pretty locked down, more importantly, perfect rushing. 2nd and 11 run. Don't really like these types of situations, and yet here we are finding ourselves in one. Maybe shouldn't have hesitated, as Devin White, he's a very fast guy. He ain't going to hesitate. Had a look on that cutback, but I just like the way they lined up in favor of us. And there goes Patterson again, stay in bounds. Left foot out will lead to a punt. I don't think there was anything wrong with the throw at all. I think it was there, and that was a late hit on the punter. Where's the call? Oh, my. To the 8, though, because we could have tacked that on, couldn't we have? Could have put him down to the 3 or something. Either way, pretty good punt, even though he gets hit. That was a line drive, and he got to the kicker. It was late, but shouldn't be giving up that, right? Red, nice move on the 2nd attempt. Really good catch there with Alexander all over him, 9 yards. Their offense, sure they fumbled, but it feels like an offense that is going to be getting into our red zone quite often. And that sounded kind of dirty. First down, though, for White. 2nd and 1, they're not taking any chances. Just get that first down and call it another drive, call it another set of downs at least. First and 10 from the 18-yard line. Adams, that was a good play action, and Sidney Jones all over that one. Never really had a chance at a pick because of the size of Evans. You pretty much have to make a whole U-turn around him to get in front of him. Red, nice play again, and that's a little late from us. Brooks with a pop. White is kind of dying. If this is how they used Leonard Fournette, I can kind of see why he's injured right now. And that's a false start. Marshall going up against the tight end. Got to cover all the way across. That is a lot of ground to cover. And he's going to take a shot, but not even give him a chance. Woolen almost did. Mike Evans and Woolen, I mean, you typically get that height advantage with Mike Evans, but not really in this one. 4th and 9, punt from the 19. That's the defense we like to see. Cut back to the right, cut it back left. I mean, we set those blocks up perfectly to the 50. Play action with Patterson streaking up the field. I don't know what we're going to be seeing here. Oh, that is a wide open Moore. That's all right. Went for the possession. Kind of getting some flashbacks from last week. Go for the possession. Doesn't quite fall down, and 2 players come up at the same time. But that's okay, as we did get the first. No fumble. We take it. Run game not really existing early in this one, but kind of expected that, and that's just a bad throw. Really smart to just keep dropping back there to the left. The back left is... They were getting in there. There definitely was some pressure. I don't like this look, actually. Insides are definitely the better of the two. And that is overthrown and could have been picked. Come on, Greer, please. Stance open. You just got to hit him. This play is very interesting. And I don't like it. That's going to be picked. Oh, wow. Another swat. That one wasn't a great decision. The throw wasn't great either. Deserved to be intercepted again and didn't. Instead, it'll be a field goal. The opposite of last week, whereas, we were the ones that kind of made mistakes like those, giving up a free field goal. See how this affects them down the line. Bringing Adams on a blitz. And they're going to run it to the left. And with a nice stiff arm from White, going to gain about 12. There's a chance for him to go nowhere. Instead, he gains 12 on that extra effort. Got a bunch of linebackers, a bunch of big bodies down here. As they might be looking to run again. Jensen still seems to be out. Definitely plays a little bit of a factor in that run game. Although I will say, it seems like they've played better with him out than when he was in. Not a good decision by us there with Nwosu to hit him, but kept fighting. I kind of wanted to get him down at some point today. It seems like the other guys didn't. Barnes needs to get over. And underneath, going to find that look again anyways, over the middle for about 6 first down. Pressure's really not doing a whole lot here, considering... their tackles aren't great, right? Oh, wow, what a move by freaking Evans. It's like he knew where we were without even actually being able to know where we were because he was still catching it. He kind of smooth criminaled himself out of that one. Marshall going up against Cooper, and sit down again. Mike Evans gains 7. It's blitz time. Diggs, we missed hard with him, to be honest with you. I was more in the mind of dropping back. Kind of just came up for support. Didn't think we were actually going to be the first ones to the punch. Getting a little more aggressive with, being right up on the receivers. Run game really starting to develop for them as they gain 5 heading into the second quarter. They have more yards than us by quite a bit, but we're the ones with the lead, so what can you say? They also have had 1 extra drive than us, so that definitely plays a little bit of a factor. Oliver, get in there. Can't. Mike Evans will be short, though, at the second effort. 3rd and 1. Obviously going to be bringing a bunch of players in the line of scrimmage. You gotta press. There's no choice about it. You get burned over top. It is what it is. We bring the blitz. We miss with Alexander, but Mafe is there, and we will take it. That was a close call. Sacked for a loss of 7. Play action when you need 1. I get you're trying to trick us. I would have just taken the shot to Godwin. I know it would have been a tough throw, and he wasn't that open, but I think you take that chance, and maybe you get a shot. Godwin's a pretty good player. Maybe he just jump balls it, whatever may happen, but I suppose they tie the game up. Running to the left, and the guard does a good job, but no one else does. Man, this defense is insane. This run defense from the Buccaneers is crazy, bro. I don't like it. To the outside, perfect throw. Moore will get it for a gain of nearly 20. We kind of felt like we were going to have to anyways, why we focused on it, but probably will have to throw our way in for a win on this one as I get this pressure, but another miss to Fant. Fant is literally going to leave us mid-game. Why would you want to stay here at this rate? The misses in this one, to him specifically, have been kind of wild. Oh my God. Levante wide in there. Nobody blocked him. They only rushed 4. What are we doing? Safety's a little bit inside. Metcalf. That's a tough one. Oh, and he holds on. Barely getting that in there. That was an interesting one. Tried to throw it as far to the left as I could, and it barely worked out. And they are bringing players up, but they're blitzers, so I don't think they're going to get the push. Well, Vita Vea did for them, thankfully for them. They're not going to get the push that they think they're going to, and we were right. It's just Vita Vea saved the day, sadly. Oh my God, if they would have freaking picked that. Don't get me wrong, risky and not really worth it, but still at least it was caught. 3rd and 4, we're going to run it because he could be 4 down. And Kenneth, second effort, 4th and inches. I think you go for it. I think pre-snap this is an insta throw to Patterson no matter what. And I knew it. It was tough. It was tough. There was some linebackers there, but we got it over them. That was kind of an insane bait, though, if you really think about it. Really wish we could get something to the corner, though. I mean, that's not quite what I wanted, but I guess we'll try it. Metcalf. I mean, that's a really good coverage by Joe Tryon. Gain only 2. I mean, we're throwing okay. The yards look decent. But, man, this coverage, the run blocking, it's been quite wild today. It's a tough one. Damn, good job by Levante. Great throw, just couldn't get it there. Couldn't get it there as in couldn't complete it. You know what I mean? Patterson. There's more. Look at the speed. Holds on. I don't like Moore near the goal line. He just seems to fumble a lot. But that works out. First down. They are bringing some names. Got some really good corners here, too. This feels like a dead play to run it on, though. And I'm wrong. Okay, Kenneth Walker in for the touchdown. We'll take it. I almost didn't run that because they looked like they were going to blow it up, especially with Vita Vea right over. Mafe couldn't get in there. Come on, fight. And there goes Ed Oliver for the sack. 8-yard loss. Didn't see the coverage, but it must have been decent. I feel like, we tried 15 different type of pass rush moves with Mafe, and we still got in there almost. Red, nice slip under, but White ends up getting underneath there. Gains 3 as Ed Oliver coming away with a couple of nice plays in a row here. Damn, we got stuck on Ed Oliver. Oh, look at that. That's some beautiful play there. And he will gain some yards, but obviously with that sack was too much to overcome. And another punt without a gain of a first down. Buccaneers team was kind of keeping up with us quite a bit, and now all of a sudden it's like, okay, we've got some opportunities, especially with ball at half, to maybe extend this lead. And here goes Caldwell. Showing off some insane speed. Caldwell is in! He is him! Just showing off that insanely elite speed. Scoring the touchdown on the punt return. I mean, there was several times on that return that I was thinking about, just making a juke move, and we didn't, thankfully, as we just outran everyone. Diggs can't catch him over the middle. What a move. Cooper making people miss left and right there. 2-minute warning near midfield. Before the fourth quarter, you always take any touchdown you can get, but in a way, it is kind of like that punt return could end up being worse as Red gets him. Nice play there, but could end up being worse than just, actually driving down slowly for the score, but that comes down to if they can score a touchdown here or not. Why aren't you just going to take that? I was about to say, Diggs. Nice D by Diggs. It might have just been an overthrow, but it actually did kind of feel like we got there early. Ed Money pushing in, can't make it, but doesn't need to, as Red and Mafe will bring him down for the combined sack. And everything we were talking about with could be detrimental is a lie. It actually could become even more of a good thing, as we have another chance to score before half. I mean, in theory here, we could end up scoring, 3 touchdowns in the span of like 3 or 4 minutes? That's pretty insane. Fant looks pretty open off the snap, but it is those linebackers. They're fast, but they aren't that fast as Fant finally gets a decent throw to him. Gains nearly 20, maybe a little bit over 20. Going for that deep post look. And can't. There's a couple of looks in there, but when we got off our platform and started running early, I knew we were pretty much screwed, but still held out for a play. You never know. Over the middle, what a throw! The speed for more! All the way down to the 27-yard line. Their coverage hasn't been great, but I will tell you, their pass rush definitely has. It has been pretty impressive. Fant? Damn, I need you to dive there. Joe Tryon now injured for the Buccaneers. I really needed Fant to just dive for that. Kind of want to change the play as that. I mean, Metcalf's running right into a freaking trap here. Or not. And wow, what a play by freaking Metcalf. For him to get under that on a terrible throw by Greer. Obviously gets out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the 13-yard line. More to the end zone, maybe. I think you take that high point every day of the week. Did he not get the foot down? That's an amazing catch. That was close. The right foot just never came down, I don't think. They are going to booth review it, which, I mean, like I said, I thought there was a chance. Don't know if you want to count that that right foot was down. I don't think it was. See what they come back with, though. It's very interesting. It's a pretty wild attempt, let me tell you. Good try by Fant. He has become a superstar in this league. And they're going to call it a touchdown. Coming out of the immersion a little bit, I do think the animation kind of glitched. And I think they did intend for that right foot to be considered down. It just didn't end up looking that way. And this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that we kind of expected because of their record to suck has fully shown their true colors, even though they kind of started out with a pretty convincing one. Obviously a nice little run here, but Diggs is so good, I'm not worried about him ever breaking that free. Could we actually see some benchings in this one as we find ourselves up 21 to 3? Well, up 21. 24 to 3. Looking across the league, where are the Niners? Of course, the Niners won, so this win, I wouldn't say means nothing, but it always kind of felt like Week 18 was going to be the time, wasn't it? And with us being up 24 to 3, I think it is time to begin the run. Of course, we've went with inside running. And Caldwell got tackled by 57. Still kind of crazy that he returned the one he did, especially with that fullback kind of waiting around for him deep. Vita Vea over the center, but they just don't have the names, right? Like, there's just not enough players there. Like, there's only 3 guys. Bunch of players up, but they're on the wrong side. What a play by Levante, and this will be coming back, I think, on a hold. And it will be. This time the center, Buckley. And as much as we need this clock to go, 2nd and 16, you are not going to get a conversion for this drive without throwing the ball at some point. And Fant has no one on him. Slipping off, gaining 24 yards. The linebacker that was covering him got bumped on the way through, I think, and it just did not go well for them. Going to change this run to the left, and the blocks are amazing. Don't call anything back. And if Devin White doesn't hustle with that chase down, we might juke move Winfield out of his shoes for the touchdown. I kid you not. Walker on the inside again, slipping off, but slammed by Levante. Gains 5, though. 2nd and 5, and Vita Vea doing what Vita Vea does. Only allows 2 yards up. Could be a quick throw to Patterson. And it is going to be, that's a perfect throw. If you trust the throw, that is nearly unguardable if you're going to play off. Which I got to be honest, don't really trust the throw, but it's Greer in the end of the day. Even though today we've struggled a little bit, he's my guy no matter what, so got to give him that chance, and he delivered. 4 yards, maybe 5 on the play. Having the exact type of drive a team that is a winner has. Up the middle, Kenneth trucking had a chance to the 3. Try to go with a stiff arm after it was 1 to beat. Couldn't get in, but he's at the 3. Tanner time, perhaps. I mean, he will be getting the ball, but will he score? I don't know. Going to cut it back as they kind of just forgot about the cutback lane, and he actually almost got in there. Good fight. I was going to go with the QB draw, but I kind of feel like they know. Either way, we're going to try it. Into the outside, Greer slips it in for the touchdown, and that will be the dagger. We just put it into overdrive and never looked back. Saw that the inside was kind of closed up, took off, knew the edge was going to be a little slow, and it works out as Greer scores the touchdown. This is kind of the last drive for Tampa to maybe make things interesting. Red not going to make a play. Sinclair throwing it right at Alexander. I mean, they started off okay, and it has not been the case ever since. Mafe trying to get him some numbers this year, so let's go with Mafe. Can't do it. Over the middle, Godwin gains about 3. Come with the blitz. Mafe on the other side this time. Pushing hard, and Wolin misses the pick. And, I mean, they had one completed play there. And Greer's chances at offensive player, rookie of the year, are so diminishing. No passing touchdowns in this one. I know he had the rushing touchdown, but they don't really care about that kind of stuff. Wow, Metcalf did not even get close to a block on Antoine Winfield, who is like half the size of him, realistically. In the zone is Kenneth. And wow, you got to give... Oh, what a fight. Although that probably will lose him his zone thing. Yep, it will. Got to give credit to Devin White there. That's insane. The dude is crazy. What a throw by Greer. I mean, just to be paying attention to that route the whole way and get that off last second as we're getting hit, as the linebacker finally let him go. It is kind of crazy, though, because the coverage is good. It's just we're finding, like, looks. Oh, wow. That is bad from Greer. I mean, that is wide. It is so open. And there goes Metcalf. Perfect throw. If he let it, to be fair, if he let it a little bit more to the right, because he could have gotten away from the safety there, whoever was underneath, maybe Metcalf is showing off that speed to the corner. Which, speaking of showing off that speed to the corner, I mean, they're expecting run, I'd imagine. Is that Jacobson? It's Fance. Down to the 9. 8. Man, the Buccaneers are getting roasted alive. Which is, like I said, really strange, because this is a team that has a lot of talent on paper. To the outside. Touchdown, Metcalf. Dot. Vita Vea is injured, and it just looks like a stat pad at this point. They're going to take a look at this one. Watch, this will be the one they take away. But they gave the Fant one, which made no sense. Ah, that's in. That is clean. Just past midfield to start the fourth quarter, and it's a 4th and 9. 4th and 5. Not even 4th and 9. It's not even that hard. Oh, wow. Barnes just got torched by Godwin. They continue the drive. I mean, it's over, but I still would like to not allow a touchdown. Still would be kind of cool. Still can get some stats for the defenders, especially guys like Red who are fighting for Rookie of the Year. Damn, Shaq, please. Red again, double team, fighting the double team, hitting him. Marshall misses, but leads to a huge hit from Brooks. Damn, Red's him, dude. There's no one on this pass rush, this D-line, that can do anything close to what he can. It's not even close. What a hit by Brooks on the knees of Evans. I mean, with the way that just looks, how does he even, like, take that hit and not die? Like, physical knee damage. It just feels like it. And they will hand it off, and good run. They get the touchdown. I don't know. Personally, I feel like there's danger for them to come back. I think we have to throw more. Caldwell on the return, if we even get a chance to throw it. As Caldwell really didn't get any blocks. He was kind of, waiting. Nothing developed. They don't want us to run it. Fine by me. Fine by me. We trust Metcalf on that route. There's nobody on him. I mean, there's nobody on him. Like, Drew Brees could come out of retirement right now with that throw power and hit some of these throws. Inside, gun against a stack. Nice cutback. Slips it. They were trying to strip the ball there because they're desperate as hell, but good run. Play action, main look is Tamor, who's had himself a very good game, and that's going to be intercepted. As much as, I'm trying to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and you could argue, oh, you should have just left the game, as is. I mean, we were moving with the pass game, and I mean, as long as Greer doesn't make stupid crap throws like those, there was no harm on it. As Nwosu's going to sack him, and I think the penalty's on them. I don't know what Sinclair was thinking there, is we're going to be declining this. Like, that's one of those things where you assume he thinks it's a free play, but it's pretty clear and obvious that it isn't. And also, I think, is that Jensen finally back in for the start of the fourth? Way to go, man. Really toughing it out for the team here. Coming in when it's already super over. Come on, Red. Not happening today. Bull rush. I mean, we tried everything. And there goes Barnes on the play. All right, that pitch didn't really work. Well, actually, it did. Try to cut it back left. Just knew we were going to get tackled, so I figured, why not? Good play. I mean, at this point, they should feel disrespected when we're pitching the ball because we don't care about losing the ball. That's how much of a lead we have here. Tanner's going to get a chance to run it. Looking good. Nice stiff arm, punch, truck, whatever even happened. Run defense. I mean, it was a good run defense, and then things just started to break down quite a bit once the offense, the passing game started to get going as well. Can our backups move the ball better than their starters? I mean, why not take the big guy? Why not take the big guy? Jacobson gets the catch, 19 yards. And that will be the game. A little bit of a lackluster game after the first half. Well, maybe the first 15 minutes or so of the game, as that late second quarter, they really just got gaped. I mean, how many points did we get before half? I mean, was it 21 something? I don't even know. It was a lot, though. And obviously, the Buccaneers, I don't know what's their problem, but they do not look good. Their defense, their run defense specifically, most of the game was actually pretty good, but yeah, they kind of just let us have what we wanted to, and then obviously our defense just absolutely rolled them. Their offensive line is kind of on the iffy side, though. They don't have Wirfs. They didn't have Jensen for the majority of the game. Left tackle, left guard is already not great as is. It's not really the team it used to be, but there is still talent. They just need some linemen. But Rhett Grant, the best quarterback on the field today, apparently. Greer, that interception is just disgusting. Rushing touchdowns, we had 2. Greer did have a rushing touchdown in fairness. Tanner finished pretty good with 6.8 yards per carry. Walker with 5.8. Moore, 7 for 101. Metcalf, 6 for 70 with a touchdown. 6 for 62 for Patterson. Got a lot of different guys involved with this one. 76 for Fant. Love those numbers. Sack totals 2 for Mafe, 1 for Nwosu, 1 for Oliver. Wait a minute. Huh? Am I missing something? Where the hell is Red's numbers? Bro, what? There's no way they didn't give Red a single sack in that game. There's no way. Am I losing it? I swear Red had like 1.5 at least. Like, at least that. Okay, I guess. Pass protector, Eric Banson's ratings are actually pretty decent. 2 to pass block power. I mean, if I wanted that, I would have just went with power blocking. Kalen Barnes, what's his zone? Wow, his zone sucks. Gotta go zone. His zone is so bad, we almost have to go zone. +2, please. Yeah, 70 zone now. We take it. Speed. But anyways, a little bit of a lackluster one. If it wasn't for how important of a game next week was, I actually probably would have cut this one down a lot and then just showed next week as well. But sadly, in this case, Week 18 is so good of a game. It needs to be its own matchup or so important of a game. I don't know if it's actually going to be good. Maybe it's a blowout either way anyways. But I think it needs to be its own video. It's its own match. So couldn't do that here, I don't think. But it is what it is. It's another win, and nice couple of stats, some cool plays and all that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel PKR Plays for non-Madden content. And that be that, matey. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, GG, and see ya. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that again.